Hey everybody, nice to see everybody for Streaming Matters episode 90. Can you believe 90 episodes?
Wow.
90.
Yeah.
And you guys are still hanging around with me.
Yeah, and it was almost not 90 for another 3 months.
That was close. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Run through who's watching on the side over here. We got Redneck in here. Thank you for joining in the side chat, buddy. Steve Franklin, Shrinking Sharon, DJ Themes, Cam, Michael Forte. Nice to see you again, bud. Marvin T, as always, watching us. Eddie, Cam B. She's starting to be a regular on Wednesday nights. So we're going to see if she can hold up there. Come on, Cam, keep showing up. Tony, thanks for watching on the side. We got Da Beach, another Wednesday night guy that's watching. I guess guy. I think it was a guy. But I would assume a male. But hey, never know. Watches on Wednesday nights for Play or Pass. Got Jazzy. Thanks for joining on the side chat. Can you Gal? Can UK Gal? Thank you for your help today. So who else we got? Blah blah blah. Running through that. And that's about all that we have that I've caught up with. I will try to keep an eye out there. Again, thank you, Blind Eye, for watching. So I hope everybody's doing well. Miss Blue, how are you doing?
I'm good, honey. How you doing?
Not bad. Had a day off. In kind of nothing major, except for last night when I got home from work and I was looking through different messages. I try to catch up with Telegram over the night or from when I work all day and try to catch up with Telegram. And I went on and had to add the show for today. So I go into StreamYards and I add the show, and I usually put it for Facebook and for YouTube. And I got a little warning, and the warning says you can't post this to YouTube. And it had some type of error. So I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense. And it says click here to find out why. And I went there, and I had a copyright strike against me for one of our Player Pass shows. Last month, we had a Player Pass show. If you guys had watched it, Player Pass, Wednesday nights, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock UK time. And it had for Hot Fuzz and Bad Boys for Life, we had a copyright strike, or I had a copyright strike. And it was a copyright strike to where I was not able to have a live show. It said I couldn't have a live show for 90 days due to copyright infringement. And if any of you guys have watched on a Wednesday night, I feel like we're pretty tame, other than showing trailers. I think, we are pretty much so.
Well, and I mean, showing a trailer that's on YouTube.
Exactly.
Copyright strike. If anything, the person who had the original trailer should probably get the copyright strike, I would be thinking.
Yeah, and the thing about with YouTube, and I do get notifications every week when we show trailers, and what they do with trailers is, since it is owned by some company, Paramount or Warner Brothers, whoever owns it, Netflix. What happens is when I show a trailer, any ad revenue that is earned on that video the live show that we do, it goes to that company. So it gets the thing. It says, and it always, on the trailer part, it always says, this is not a copyright and strike. It's just to inform you that any ad revenue will go towards those companies that own the material, which for us, we don't care. I mean, I don't care if it goes there. But this was a copyright strike, which meant I couldn't have a show for 90 days. I could upload videos, but if you get 3 copyright strikes, your channel is gone. And we've seen numerous people that have lost their channels. So I wrote a letter wrote an email to the company that submitted the copyright infringement. And I said, I don't know what I did wrong in my video, but we are a review show that we review movies, and we did review Bad Boys for Life, but we showed no video of that movie. The only thing we showed was still photos that are posted on IMDb. I said, I would appreciate if you would retract your copyright violation and get back to me if I've done something wrong. I need to know what I did.
And that's the thing, is because it was on the show where we actually reviewed, whereas we
Yeah.
always watched the trailer the week before.
Right.
So what trailer didn't even play in that?
No, and that's what I was, because it tells you that all it says is video, and it said video Bad Boys for Life was the content. So, and like you said, it was for that show, for that movie. So there's no way that we were showing a trailer. So they sent me an email this morning. That company sent me an email, said that they had retracted the violation, that it was a human error. So I don't know if it's an algorithm that runs, and I did a search for that company, and that company flags video games and movies. It flags a lot of content, people putting content on YouTube. And numerous people said, for especially like video games, they were uploading video of them playing video games and they were getting flagged. So good news is that they rescinded it, and I'm back in, not being in trouble no more.
Back in the saddle again.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, this is sucking.
I was like, yeah, 3 months off.
Yeah, that's what she thought. Until Dabs decided to push the argument. And so thanks to the people that gave me some suggestions. I know Rojas, I talked to him last night, and he's like,
He just wrote in there, actually, honey.
Oh, did he? Oh, hey, Ross. And he said, you need to fight it. And I was going to this morning. I was actually going to submit I was going to fight it through YouTube, but I didn't need to. The company that posted the violation said, hey, you're okay. So, YouTube is they've got so many algorithms that are running, that are just running, and they're scanning for certain things.
Well, and it was right in the title, right? Bad Boys too.
Yeah.
Bad Boys for Life. So.
Hot Fuzz, and it's the first one that we've been nailed with. So try to be a little bit more careful, and maybe on Wednesday nights we'll be careful about saying where we watched it from, because I was thinking, well, maybe we said something about Plex, or I was like thinking in my head, what did I say? What did we say? What did we show? So yeah, it's a bunch of BS. So Eddie said we'll come visit you in jail. Yeah. So it's all good. It's good. And I, like I said, Rojas, I'd invite him to come on, but to come on the show anytime he wants. So, but that's cool. He can't. It's all good. Trooper, thanks for watching on the side there, bud. Yeah. See how Redneck says I'm out of YouTube jail. Yep, out of YouTube jail. Which they are picky. Chris, nice to see you. Monkey 28, nice to see you. There was somebody else that slid in here, that Dr. Inferno over there on the side. Hey, bud. And Bittersweet. Dave, thanks you guys for joining. Again, I didn't have anybody other than Blue and myself that was going to join the show. So if somebody has some content they would like to share with us, and show us some different stuff, you're more than I'm more than welcome to send you a link. So hit me up. And I'd like to thank also, I thanked Can UK Gal.
No, it's actually Canuck Gal.
Canuck Gal.
Canuck.
Canuck.
Canadian.
Oh, wow. I was thinking that maybe she was from Canada and UK, or she was living in Canada and she
had dual citizenship.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I just asked her.
Okay, so Canuck Gal. Thank you. Canuck.
Oh my God.
Canuck. It's a Canuck. Canuck.
It's like Nuck, like puck. Canuck.
We're
known for hockey.
Canuck.
Oh my God! Stop it! Just stop now while you're at.
Stop! All right. But thanks for her help. She was helping me today also, along with James. I want to thank James for helping me today too. I'm trying to learn to get my mind wrapped around, and I talked about this last show or the show before, about using premiumized and sonar and radar and making this automation so that you can use your premiumized account to work like a seed box. And knowing numerous people that have seed boxes find that automation so nice. So what I'm hoping to do is trying to learn it, understand it, absorb it. Sometimes I'm a little slow to absorb it, to be able to explain to everybody else. I'm gonna make a video on how to set up your premiumized to go and grab these shows automatically. Use your premiumized account to do it. And so give me a week or so. I hope to learn that. And then I hope to show about Usenet, since many of us have signed up for the free Easy News. I want to play around with that to see if I can set up
That's pretty easy.
Easy News with some of this automation. I don't know.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah, it's easy. As in Easy News.
Well, I mean, it's a news group. I have a news group hooked up to mine. It was easy.
So yeah, I'm gonna mess around with that, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks I'll be able to put out a couple of those videos to give some of those
Yeah, you can use it in two ways, and you can use it in the keyword, and you can use it.
Yeah, and the thing about with having, if you set this up and you have a Plex and this or that, if you set this automation up, that is the best part. You put the movies or the TV, whatever it is that you're looking for, and you tell it to be looking for it.
Yep.
Most people that have these seed boxes don't ever even, I mean, when they set up a show, they set it up and they walk away. It downloads all those shows automatically. Or movies, when you do when you look out into the future and you see that these movies are coming out.
Well, and the coolest part too is a lot of times what I do is I'll either make my own list or I will grab another list. You don't want to grab like anticipated, because there's a lot of crap in there. Like I like to be a little more picky. So if I have somebody on track, for example, that's got a really good list, you can just grab it and then it automatically loads it in Radar or Sonar if it's TV or movies. And then you never need to worry about it again. As soon as they come out in a good copy, grabs them for you.
Yep. And that's
awesome.
It's the great thing about this stuff is to have it to where you don't have to mess with it. But you get it local. You can do whatever. If you have a hard drive and you can get this stuff local, so that when your internet goes out, or when we had the issues with Real Debrid a while back ago. So we had the issues with Real Debrid and people were complaining about, Real Debrid's
like
down.
I have mine on my Nuke, and I have it, the hard drive's attached to it, and it's attached right straight to my TV. So yeah, I don't need internet for. I usually grab on my seed box and then slide it over local. That's why I always have.
And Canuck Gal says premium eyes would be cheaper than a seed box if you can.
Canuck Gal.
Canuck Gal.
I told you, Nuck like puck. Canuck.
Canuck. All right. So in my brain,
Somebody said you'd probably be better if you tried to pronounce it in Spanish.
Oh, that's Canuck. That's Canuck. I see. I have to visualize it, so I have to go to CA, and then so I got to, instead of doing it UK gal, I got to do CA, NUK, and then gal. So in my brain, I just have to break it down that way, and then I'll be able to say it correctly.
Yeah, Nuck like puck.
Canuck gal. Gotcha. But yeah,
nice done, baby.
So yeah, thanks for the help, Francis Drake. Somebody that I know on Telegram. Thanks for joining the show. Russell, thanks for joining. Technology King. Yeah, MS7's got something to show me. Sure, jump on here. Come on. Alban wants to know about my shirt. Now, my shirts are not as good as Alban's. I'm just to say. I mean, here's and this is my Meatitarian shirt.
He's had that as long as I've known him.
Yep.
That one and the dead donut dude.
Yeah, the reason why this shirt is funny to me is I'm a butcher. So I have to be.
For those of you that didn't know, the butcher is a butcher.
Yeah. So I have to do that. So,
handle the sausage.
Yeah, I'm good at it. Do what I need to do.
Good at beating the meat.
So let's see. Harvey Dorsey says, oh, wait, hold on. Jump it over here. In your opinion, should I utilize Death Star, Destiny, or Destiny Hybrid add-on, or all in one? Okay, Death Star is still an active add-on, and there's still people in. And what Death Star is, and some people may not understand it. It's a lot of gen add-ons that have combined, almost like Phoenix. If you guys remember back in the day of Phoenix or Bob or something, where there was numerous
bunch of playlisters
all coming together. So it's not just one add-on. It is actually a group of many. And I want to say last time I looked at Death Star, it was close to 40.
Holy crap.
It's a lot of add-ons in it. So it's a great add-on. I know that they added in the Universal Debrid, which is going to make it quicker, but you had to have the grid service with that. But it works really well. Destiny on its own
It's like a gen. You have
Well,
to kind of make it yourself, do you not, basically?
yeah. Well, Destiny, it's an abandoned. Destiny itself is an abandoned add-on. The developer left that alone. So if I was going to use something, I would use that Destiny of Death Star, which is still being worked on. It's still being maintained, I should say.
Yeah, it is a combo of the two, though. It's still
Yes.
all the people from Death
Yes.
Star, but it's a different base, essentially.
Mhm. But it still works. That still works.
Yeah, I'd have to talk to UK one because I'm not 100% sure on what's going on with either of those because I haven't seen him around much lately.
Yeah, I don't think he's working. I think some other people are working on that.
Okay.
I think, he's still somewhat in that circle, but he's not actually doing.
We'll figure out. Death Star for 100% is still being maintained for sure, though, right, Todd?
Yes.
The other two, not 100% on.
Yeah, Destiny of Death Star is.
Don't need all
Death
three.
Star is. So yeah, if you have Death Star, you don't need Destiny of Death Star, and if you have Destiny of Death Star, you don't need Death Star. This is the same thing.
Yeah.
Because Death Star is just inside of Destiny of Death Star. Destiny on its own, this sounds so confusing, is a dead add-on.
Well, it's kind of like it's
not maintained.
It's been a long time since I talked about Destiny. Death Star is a playlister add-on.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny of Death Star is a playlister add-on combined with a scraper add-on. So technically, if Destiny of Death Star or Death Star, whatever the name of it is, if it's still around, I would use that one because then you get the best of both worlds.
Yes. Yeah. And it's still it's still in the repo. I know I've seen it.
Okay.
I want to say Ezerman's repo has it. Grindhouse had it. His repo had it. So I know those two repos, if I'm almost positive both those repos had it. At least one of them did. So they still work.
Herb, sorry, he just said I love the blue section. Herb, just so you know, though, that's not mine anymore. I gave it away.
Yes, it was your section for a long time.
Yeah, I built it. It's
your
big,
playlist.
Yeah.
Your playlist, and then I
gave it away.
Gave it to them and said, do what you want with it. And so that was.
Thank you. That's cute.
Yeah, well, that was a very popular. When you even go back from, you go back to Phoenix. You took it from Phoenix, and it left there and came to Bob, and
and then I built it. I built it all at a track, though, like the same place where people go for the pop show for that like list. That's where all of those lists out of that section are.
Well, so Red 79, thanks. Noir, thanks for joining over there on the side. Let's see. All right, so let me grab. Let's see. I was going to catch up. Thanks for the speed. One of the things, and I know that we're a fan. I'm a fanboy, and I guess fan gal. I mean, with Shadow working, it works so well right now. I mean, I can't. It works so great. But not every add-on's made for everybody, and I know I'll even say this now. We get people that'll say, "Well, this add-on picks up these movies, but Shadow doesn't," or Shadow picks up this movie and this add-on doesn't. If you figure out what add-on works for you, and hey, not every add-on works for everybody, just like not
and switch between the two.
Yeah.
Or use TMDB helper, and then that way you can set it so that you can pick and choose. So if you picked Shadow and you didn't find links for it right away, you can default to another one. So it's like instead of having to go all the way out and then all the way back into a new add-on, you can literally just say, this time I'm going to click the same movie again and I'm going to pick this add-on instead.
Yep. Yeah. And I would say right now for me,
Noir.
Shadow works great for me. Saren has worked great for me.
Yep, I like Saren
too. Crew does great for me.
Yep.
The Destiny of Death Star was working great for me.
I haven't tried Fen in a while. Is that still around?
Yeah, it's still around. I just didn't find a lot of love in Fen. It just wasn't me.
My mom uses it all the time.
I know that there is other add-ons out there, and I'm not dissing other add-ons, but it's what I know and what I've messed with. Gaia, if you're looking for something really, really hard to find, Gaia add-on would be the add-on you want to try, because Gaia has 150,000 scrapers. I don't know. It's like close to 100 scrapers, but You got pros and cons to every add-on.
Yeah.
It takes Gaia about a minute and a half to 2 minutes to scrape, to look for whatever content you're looking for. So for me, I'm not looking for the first episode of Gilligan's Island. And for you younger people, that was a TV show back in the 70s. So I'm not looking for episode 1 of Gilligan's Island. I'm looking to watch something recent. So there's plenty of sources for the recent stuff. If you're looking for that obscure, the first season of A-Team or something from the 60s, you're probably going to need to go to a different add-on. You're probably going to need one of those add-ons that have more scrapers. And you got to decide what's important to you, what your needs are. Donald likes Fenn's awesome numbers. Yep, numbers. I'm sorry, numbers is another good one. I haven't used it in a while. I know he has added a lot of stuff in that. He sent me some pictures of that. Lots and lots of stuff in that. Oh, there was another one that somebody.
Okay.
Asgard. Someone was talking about Asgard. I haven't checked out Asgard.
Yeah.
I haven't checked out Asgard lately. Jarrell, another good add-on. So,
somebody asked, little lady K asked, best place to find IMDb helper. IMDb helper? No, it's TMDB helper.
TMDB helper,
and it is in the Kodi official Kodi repo.
And what that is, we had a show, wasn't it, with Dr. Inferno? I think we showed with that. Probably good 10, 12 episodes back. But it'll have Dr. Inferno. You'll see Dr. Inferno is on the title. If you go back to that, we actually show about the TMDB helper. And if you guys remember Metallic or Meta or Open Meta, what it does is it goes to the movie database, TMDB, and will find whatever episode you're looking for. And then you can pick which add-on you want to open that with. So
yeah, you can set one specific one or all of them.
A default.
If you have the players for it, but most major add-ons have players.
Yep. So you can, if you have, say, 6 add-ons, you can have them 6 add-ons, and you'll open up a movie in TMDB helper, and then when you do that, then it will show you all the add-ons, and you tell it which one of those add-ons do you want to try to open it with.
Yeah.
Because
or you can set it to one add-on and
default.
say that add-on is set to autoplay. Then as soon as you click that movie, it's going to autoplay in that add-on. It's cool. You can either have it autoplay that add-on, you can have it display the links in that add-on, or you can choose from all the different add-ons. It's very cool.
Yeah, it's a great extra feature.
One-stop shopping.
Like, yeah, I'm not a fan of it. For me,
I love it
because most of the time I'm a one add-on person. One add-on.
Some add-ons don't have everything though.
Yeah, most of them have what I have. And if I can't find it, Dabs did a video on Real to Brid RD tips and tricks, and I actually add the link to my Real to Brid, and I watch that.
But what you could do is have your specific add-on you love as an autoplay. You click it, and if it doesn't autoplay because it doesn't have the links, it jumps you back out. When you click it again, you can have it so that you can search or you can context it and then choose to search another add-on for it. Can you not?
Yes.
That's
and it does. It
very
does work.
Rarely though. Most add-ons don't have the same scrapers, but they kind of have the same content. So usually,
yeah. But you get to Saren had a lot. Numbers has a lot. Last time I looked at Crew, he had a lot. I've not used Fen enough to be able to speak to it. Did I say numbers? And then Gaia. Gaia again would be the granddaddy of 100-some scrapers, but you better go and turn it to when it starts to scrape for a TV show or a movie. Go ahead and get you something to eat because it's going to be a while before it's done. But that's just me. Chain Sinister has some off content. I've not used that add-on, so I can't. If one of the developers wants to work or come in here and talk about that add-on again, this Friday nights are streaming add-ons, builds. If you got stuff to share about that type of content, this is the show.
It's a free-for-all.
I will allow people to come on and talk about projects that they're working on or things that they're good at or things that they've learned, tips and tricks. That's what this show's about.
We love to see new stuff or old stuff that we didn't really even know about that people might be interested in.
Dr. Inferno has something that he's been working with his widgets. His widget thing is he's going to be on in a upcoming show.
Yeah.
He says he's going to
And
come on. He's got
just
something little
on a
trick
little
going on.
side note too, the TMDB helper, the dev is Juriel Monkey. I think hope I'm saying that right. But he also does a lot of skins. If you guys have ever used like Arctic Horizon, Arctic Zephyr, same guy.
For TMDB helper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he does skins too, is what I'm saying.
Yep.
Hey, AA.
Let's see. Steve says, "I'd like for you to go back in the dark and past. What you guys did with Napster." Hey, I was a Napster user. Blue, were you a Napster user?
Yeah.
Yeah. That popped my cherry for that stuff. I went from that to IRC, and then from IRC back into Morpheus and what was that other one that had tons of Trojan horses in it? LimeWire. I used LimeWire, and then I went from that to another one that wasn't FunShare. It was something else that you actually pulled off of people. You would actually pull off of their device, almost like Napster did. But
I think after LimeWire, I went straight to pretty much Pirate Bay. I think.
Kazaa. Remember Kazaa? Which LimeWire and Kazaa were using the same type of network.
I don't remember Kazaa.
Yeah, Kazaa was using the same network as LimeWire. eDonkey. I didn't use eDonkey. I knew a lot of people did use eDonkey. And then I went from that. We went to that one where I had friends, and it was like in the IRC channels, and they would hack into hospitals or universities and partition off drives. And they would partition the drive off, and then they would store content onto those drives. And then we would all have access to those hard drives to get our movies or our TV shows.
FrostWire and LimeWire. Yeah, I remember FrostWire too.
I remember that one. So yeah, that stuff was actually one of my good friends. He got fired from his job downloading Shrek. He downloaded Shrek using that service and sent it to a server, to some server, and this company was monitoring the traffic and caught him for moving files around. And I did that, and then I went to the scene. The scene where stuff is released first, like before it ever gets to anywhere else. Like it was like a colo, and the colo that I was in, it was a 1 minute or 90-second colo. So when something was released, it had to be on the servers, had to be started within 1 minute or 1.5 minutes from the time that it was pre'd on IRC. And you could get everything. And it was like 20 servers linked together, and they would put one file on each server.
Okay,
so one server had one thing.
You were such a geek. God love you. I'm getting more wine.
All right, so yeah, that was fun. And then I went to I went to Torrance. Then I went to Torrance, and then I left Torrance and just started doing it. So yeah, a lot of stuff. So if you go back to file sharing, I've experienced a little bit of all of it, so it's fun stuff. Dr. Inferno here says he could do a preview of some neat stuff, some upcoming stuff. Sure, Dr. Inferno. Yeah, if someone also posted to me, said Exodus Redux is good. So Dr. Inferno, let's see, Dr. Inferno. All right. So got that going. Let's see here. So let me roll down the questions before I go into anything else. Dr. Inferno says he'd like to hear more about Usernet. Yeah, so many of us got Easy News last week. So if you got Easy News last week, I've messed around with it and used it, but I know I'm not using it to its maximum capabilities, and I will mess around with that more. Yeah, people talking about the different services. If you guys remember, lots of these stuff. eDonkey, Torrents, BitTorrents, Kazaa, uTorrent, yeah, the torrents packages. RBG, Rarebig. BearShare again was part of that LimeWire Kazaa network. They were using the same base. They were different interfaces, but the same base. They were using the same network on all that stuff. And you got in FrostWire also, and that stuff. The thing about that stuff is, how many times did we get a movie that was not the right movie, or you got so many fake files, or I had to reformat my computer. I swear to you, it was like every few months I was having to reformat my computer by downloading some crap that was not even what I was supposed to be downloading. So, yeah. So, Dr. Inferno, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yep.
Awesome. I'm not quite ready to share my screen yet, but
okay, that's cool. That's cool.
I gotta get my little test build here going. But I've been working on some stuff for the new Autowidget, and I saw your stream come on, and thought it might be a good time to show it off.
Sure. I've been looking forward to seeing what you have suggested or what you said you've been working on it for a little while. So
yeah, they can't see me. I can see them, but they can't see me. Sorry, my daughter's asking me questions here, guys.
That's all good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they can hear me.
We can hear.
We can hear. They can hear you too. Say hi.
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 All right.
And, hey, Blue did not get a haircut. She went swimming today, and she got her hair pulled back.
I got you.
Someone said it. Blue got a haircut.
Yeah, it was Ebony. Yeah, I shaved it off.
Yeah, she was swimming.
Let me get this all set up. I mean, we can talk.
Yeah. All right, so
so
we got that going on.
Yeah, I'll just hang out here for a little bit and listen to you guys.
Yeah, go ahead and get set up. One of the things, and I know Blue's been excited about, The Boys season 2 is coming out.
Damn right.
Yeah.
And I still need to get in on season 1 of that.
Oh, that was so good. It's violent and weird and
I've had a bunch of people lately tell me it's so good.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's good. I mean,
I loved Umbrella Academy. That's second season.
Oh yeah, Umbrella Academy's good. I can't wait for more of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, both of those
That's
are coming
soon,
out.
I think, this month.
Oh, is it really? I didn't realize.
Okay, wait, hold on. I might have just totally lied. Something else is out in September, so it might be that.
So his Boys is out.
Yes,
The Boys
soon.
is like real soon.
Yeah, well, I believe so. They've been pumping it like crazy on Twitter.
Yeah. Paper Plate Fan says, "What is your thoughts on the new show Cursed coming?"
So
I don't know.
July
Cursed.
31st for Umbrella Academy.
Okay. Oh shit, that's the end of the month.
So I wasn't full of shit. Boys season 2. What is it? I just saw a trailer for it, so I'm hoping.
Yeah,
I saw a trailer for second season of Umbrella Academy too, and they both look great.
Yeah, Umbrella Academy was okay to me. I enjoyed The Boys better.
Todd.
The Boys was better.
It was another one that was so weird that it was great. I love weird. Like the OA. The OA is fucking weird, but I loved it.
The OA is awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I love the OA.
Like Stranger Things, you know?
I tuned out for a second until you said that. Yeah, the OA and Stranger Things are both really good.
Let's see. So the show Cursed is coming out. He says it's about the lady in the lake. It looks good. I haven't.
Yeah. So you get the whole. You know what the lady in the lake.
Yeah.
So yeah, she apparently gets the sword instead of Arthur. That's the premise, I believe.
Oh, I don't like that already.
Well, I'm okay with that.
No.
Okay, The Boys isn't out till September.
That's a guy supposed to be holding the sword.
Yeah, you know what? I'm so tired of you guys with your bullshit about that. I really, really am. Oh my God, what, the hero's a girl? Yeah, the hero's a fucking girl. Because you know what?
No.
Half the world's population are women, and we want to see women heroes.
Doesn't work.
Jam it.
It doesn't work.
Hey, the next friggin' Hulk isn't the next. Well, the next Thor is a woman, so good luck with that.
Oh yeah.
That's it. I'm done with TV. I'm
Jane.
Done. Done.
Oh. Wait 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So That show's
Bob
coming out.
Albion just said Condor is a good show to watch. Actually, I've had quite a few
Condor's-
people recommend that to me, Bob.
That's a comedy though.
Condor? No, it's not. I think it's like
What
a
was that one-
CIA
what was
spy drama kind of
I
thing.
thought Condors was like
Okay,
that
I'm back.
the British show.
Well,
This
unless
is
there's
a
another
little picture
Condors, but there's a
so
Condor.
Oh, it was Condors or something. It was like 3 words.
That's what they think I look like.
Yeah, we think he's a little short guy.
No. All right. Let me get shared
Yep.
here.
Yep, share it on up.
Yeah,
Cool.
I know
I
what you're
gotta
talking
do the
about.
whole screen if I'm right. Yeah.
Or well, you can do if you're. Yeah, you can sometimes just do there. You're doing just.
Am I good? Am I encoding?
You're good. Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
Okay, cool. So this is just my little test build. Like I was literally coding in this one earlier, so there may be like a little bug I didn't catch, just in case. Little disclaimer. But this, I went in and like cleared out everything, so it's clean and easy. I can show you guys what's going on. I don't have any groups in here right now. All blank. I haven't set up any widgets at all. I did set up my my power menu with a couple shortcuts I'll need to do. You can see like I'm fresh here. I like to do it in MovieDB just because it's a little bit faster, especially on my laptop. And like when I'm streaming, you know, it always seems like it takes a really long time. So there's a couple things I thought would be nice to show. Mainly, this is a little bit faster. I've just kind of done a little bit more like speed up for some of the stuff. But I can just make a quick little group here to show like the random path, the way that it works now. Big difference here, because I'm calling this Autowidget 2.0. I've basically rewritten almost the whole entire add-on. And where before, when you'd set up a widget, you had to do that initialize phase, and it would like kind of make the widget work. I've basically been able to get completely away from that. You don't ever have to do that. And the advantage of that is also that you can use it with any add-on, any skin, basically no matter what. It should just work anywhere.
That's awesome.
It is way more efficient than it used to be. It's just everything about this is so great at this point. Like I can't wait to get this like stable enough to put to my own use, because I've been working on it and it's nice. Because you can just set these up. The other thing before, where you had to kind of wait to do this until later because it would clear these options out. You can do that now, totally fine. Let's do this one like, I don't know, something fun. Let's sort by rating. Sure, why not? That should work. It might not work. We'll find out.
It's doing the skin shortcuts. So
the fun of a live show.
Yeah, right. So that's in skin shortcuts, setting all that up. But at this point, because of what I've done, hold on, baby. Because of what I've done, it should work in any skin, even ones that don't use skin shortcuts. Because there are a few sitting around like that kind of use an older like implementation of widgets. I don't know why these aren't loading. Probably because I am streaming and they don't want it to look great for you guys.
That metadata usually takes a little while with pictures and stuff.
Yeah, just wait a couple minutes and it'll be full.
Yeah.
So, and again, for a disclaimer for this part, whenever someone's streaming, it takes 3 or 4 times as long as your computer runs super slow, because
when we're on here,
you're uploading, and it just the resources that this takes is heavy.
And the last time I was on, I kind of set up some library stuff, so it was a little bit faster. But this is definitely not that. I'm like totally fluid here. But as
being on Todd's show tends to slow you right down.
Yeah, right.
I think so.
As you can see, I've got my random paths. I didn't have to initialize these stayed the right shape or whatever. I've got info on these. If I pull it up, I can do all the same stuff that you do with anything else. And these are dynamic. These paths will refresh. I kind
So
of
for example, because you use TMDB, right?
yeah.
That's why you're able to get all the info, though. Because if you used another add-on that didn't have an
Well,
info
yes.
section,
So that's correct. The same way that this used to be like basically a perfect copy of the old path from the add-on you made it from.
Yep.
It's still that. So if you pointed a path in an add-on that like didn't put all the information, you're not going to get all of it.
Yeah.
But you're going to get everything that they put in. And ideally, that should come down to even like context menu items and things like that. Given that you're on the latest Matrix Nightly and the latest dev repo version of Autowidget. So I actually spent the last like 2 weeks trying to get a PR merged directly to Kodi, and I finally did. So
Really?
it is live in Matrix Nightlies as of, I think, 2 days ago. Actually, I've been playing with it now.
Cool.
Wait. So you got your auto widget?
No, not quite.
Okay.
I got a pretty minor feature merged into Kodi. I'll say that. Like, to be fair,
but
it's something almost nobody will even notice except for me.
So you're saying though it's 19 compatible though?
It is 19 compatible, definitely.
Perfect.
Wow.
Absolutely. So anything that you can run in 19 will work with Autowidget. I have no doubt in my mind.
I'm going to be playing with it again.
Yeah.
So that sounded dirty.
So there's that. You can get it. You can install it. It's from the same repo. It'll install anywhere. The only thing I was going to say is if you are on the latest Matrix Nightly, you will get a little bit more detailed stuff on your items. So possibly things like context items, depending on the add-on, some things like that. They're not broken in Leia, but they'll be a little bit better in Matrix. That's my point.
Cool.
So that's like kind of on the horizon. When we get there, it'll be great. And that's kind of all I can show because it's really hard to explain, even on video, like what the difference is.
Well, let me ask a question. So again, for people that
I haven't even gotten to show you guys yet, but go on.
Yep. Go. No. Go ahead. Show us. I can get this on the end. Go ahead.
No, you're good. So I think that this list that I'm in at the top is trending, or maybe it's popular. I can't remember what I added.
Yeah.
You did. Yeah, you did popular and top.
So if I go, MovieDB puts like 20 items in a widget, like by default. Mm-hmm. So I need to bump up my page count to show you what's up. I forgot about this. I'm just gonna put it at 50 because that's easy. I may. Oh, I need next.
For those of you watching when he's going 100 miles an hour, we are going to explain it after.
Yeah, no. The only reason I go that fast is so you guys can't see what I'm doing.
No, we know.
We will explain it.
Yeah, and again, we'll try to explain this on the back end of what he's doing and how it works.
So I had to turn on so that the add-on would show the next page item in a widget because it doesn't by default.
Yeah, that was one of the things that even with normal widgets that I didn't like is that when you got to the end of it, that was the end of it.
Now you're literally just absolutely gonna love this. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Now I have page 2.
Perfect.
Nice.
So it doesn't take you back into the add-on where page 2 is. It's
Correct.
Still in the widget. Awesome.
I'm still in the widget. I can, go to different widgets. This is page 2 of that list. It puts a back to page 1 at the beginning, a previous. And then, down here at the other end, I can go to page 3. So I call these folding or like expanding widgets. If I remember right, they're called folding widgets in the paged widgets is what I called them in the settings. So these settings are pretty much set how they're going to be when I release.
Perfect. So that when they just change the number that they want in the widget, they don't have to worry about enabling it.
You got to open up Kodi.
Kodi crashed.
All right, Here, I'll pull you back while you're fixing it.
Okay.
Damn, your Cody loads quick.
Okay.
Look at how fast that mug loaded.
Well, I only have like 2 add-ons installed.
And that's there's a lesson for people. The less add-ons you have on your setup,
That's
your
your
build,
Codius.
the quicker it is.
I'll
When
tell you
you
guys
load
right
it
now,
up.
this like 8 add-ons or whatever that you can see on my screen right now, this is pretty much all I have installed on my main setup that I use on my TV every single day. This is my build.
Yeah.
I
get
set up
one
more
good
widgets.
add-on and you're good.
Yeah, I set up more widgets probably than are efficient because I want to surface a ton of content so that I can actually look for something to watch when I'm bored. But like this is what I run right here. If anybody wants to know, boom. But so the other thing I want to show while I got you, I've kind of only got a few more minutes here. But I can certainly hang out in the comments, I guess, for a little bit.
Don't
or
get
in Telegram,
in trouble.
anybody can
I
ask.
don't want you in trouble.
I can drive to my mom so you can.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Let's see. I'm gonna knock these ones out, these random ones, just to kind of get them out of the way. And I'm gonna use this same group that I had because it's easy. Actually, I lied about using the same group. It is easy, but it'll be way more impressive if I do it a different way. Sorry.
Don't apologize. We're good.
I'll show you what I did to test it, and it like blew me away. I basically just busted out laughing at how well it worked. But I like to use trending just because I think that this would be a good widget that I would actually use on my screen.
Right.
So I'm gonna make a little group here for trending. Whoops. So that's trending movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trending TV. Same deal. We put that here. Whoops. I backed out too fast. And then maybe trending people. Just for funsies. Another really great reason why I like this add-on. It's fast and it's got a ton of different lists and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're all fast and they're all super awesome. We've totally been over that before. But what I've got now is what I call merged paths. So when you go into your group to point your widget just the way you would for a random path, I can go into my trending and I pick merged. Before there was random and there was next and now there's merged. And so this is somewhat system intensive just depending on the list. I will say that right now. But I need to make it higher limit. When that loads up, you'll see the list. And you'll see exactly what happened.
All right, I think I see where this is going. This is interesting.
Once the art loads, you'll know exactly what's going on. If it loads.
My brain is thinking it's going to be a little movie, a little TV, and a little people.
Yeah, so I got
Not
Money
little
Heist.
people.
I got Jason Statham.
There we
I got
go. That is cool.
Casino. I got a ton of people. There's Avengers. That's a movie. TV people.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
So the problem, the one thing about this, and there's unfortunately, I'm looking into it. It doesn't look like there's very much I can do about it. But since I had 3 lists in that group, it takes 3 times as long to load because it's basically loading.
But you know what though? Whatever. That's cool.
What was that?
I'm okay with that. The fact that it's just doing that, I'm okay with the longer wait.
So literally my next task, the next feature I'm going to work on when I get a second to sit down with it is to make it so that you can pick which paths you want to merge. So if you had a group with 10 paths in it, but you wanted a widget that merged 3 of those 10. You could pick
Yep.
which 3 you wanted.
Awesome.
So that's the next thing I'm going to do. I have an idea how to make it work, but I haven't touched it yet, so we'll see.
Yeah. So go along.
Well, wait.
So
Go back. Go back one. Oh, wait. No. Forward. Right. One more. Oh, Keanu.
It had to be.
He's
It
not
ain't
the most
it ain't
actor in the world,
Matthew.
but he's
it's
adorable.
not Matthew McConaughey. That's the only one
I'm
that
so
really
excited
matters.
for that. So like this takes me right into MovieDB, obviously, just showing that right there. It wouldn't be Bill and Ted without Keanu. I'm so excited for the new Bill and Ted.
So all right. So for people that don't, for people that may be kind of a little bit lost on what he did there, so Autowidget can create lists, and he's linking it to the movie database add-on, and we talked about that earlier in the show. So what he's done is he's created trending movies, trending TV shows, wasn't it, and trending people.
Yep.
They're
all trending today.
So they're trending today. So the movie database keeps track of what people are searching for. And so if certain people, Tom Hanks has got Grey Wolf or Greyhound. Greyhound is out. So more people are looking up Tom Hanks because of that. So he's moved up the list.
Yeah.
So what it's done is he's taken 3 lists, what's trending TV shows, trending movies, and trending people, and combined them as one list, randomized.
And you
you
certainly wouldn't have to do it that way. You wouldn't have to do people. Actually, one that I'm doing, one that I will do sometime, is to merge the 2 latest releases lists into one widget with all the latest releases.
So TV and movies.
For example, like the latest releases, and there's a new shows track list that a lot of people follow. You could do that. Also, this does avoid duplicates. So if you have 2 paths that have the same movie in them, you'll only see that movie once.
Awesome.
Right.
That is awesome.
The other thing I was going to do, this is off by default, but you can get a next page widget or item in a merged widget. It's got to kind of do its thing here real quick.
Yeah, it's going to have to load that.
Actually, I was hoping it was going to show that just immediately without me having to reload the skin, but probably not.
Told you. Todd. You're hanging out with Todd.
Bad luck. What's up, Andrew? But the thing about with this is they're ways that you can customize your setup to be. I mean,
okay. Can I give a quick explanation, because I think Michael is a little confused.
Yep.
So, Michael, if you're using a skin that uses widgets, this add-on makes it so that, like in the old days, you could only grab specific widgets. Like it was kind of, most popular, whatever. It was very generic. What this does is you can go into any add-on and grab an entire list and set that as your widget. So in other words, you could go into Sarin, grab popular, and then you would have a line of widgets. But now what he's done, he's advanced it even more so that you can combine stuff, so that you have a bunch, like you can have a few different lists in one widget. Now, if you prefer to have them all separate, you can. You can have a Sarin trending. You can have it grabs the whole thing for you and basically does it for you. It's brilliant.
So like these merged paths, you could certainly do this with merging any paths you want. Like you could make a path that has items from Sarin, like Sarin trending movies, but then maybe like I don't know, YouTube trending videos, or whatever. You could put them all in one widget, or like even with library content or music, if you want like latest music and latest movies in the same one, or whatever. Anything
and Dr. Inferno
will work for.
Will you be making another video too, a how-to video?
Yeah, yes, I will. As soon as I'm ready to like push this out to everybody, I'm gonna do a video that explains all of this, because it is really an enormous change to how the add-on
used to work. Yeah, but it was brilliant when you first started it, and now it's like, holy geez. So Michael, you'll be able to watch his video and follow step by step on how to set it up.
And
it's actually quite easy to set up.
Yeah,
it isn't hard.
It's just he was going 100 miles an hour.
It is even easier now, because you don't have to do the initialize thing. You can set up your widgets immediately and just have them work.
Yeah.
It's much better now than it ever was before.
And it makes, especially if you have a good skin, like what skin are you using right now?
This is Arctic Horizon.
Arctic Horizon, Arctic Zephyrs too, same thing, has lots of widgets that you can have it. So this add-on is a must-have for those skins, in my opinion.
This is the difference with merged widgets when you've got these next pages is like, they're all name trending today because I didn't change the name, but they go in order of how they are in the group. So I know this one's movies, this one's shows, and this one's people.
Exactly.
But like this takes you into that page because when it's merged like that, it doesn't make sense for it to change them.
Yeah.
But this will take me into that page.
This would just be the second page of movies, though.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Yeah, each of the three would be reloading the next page depending on which.
Because you probably know at that point, okay, well, you know what? I would like to watch a specific actor. So like, but none of these guys.
Yeah, you go through here and you're like, I didn't really see anything I want, but I know I want a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And like I said, that particular thing is off by default. So you wouldn't necessarily even see those if you didn't go in and turn them on.
So
and just quickly, when you guys were watching, when he was whipping through it, you can change the names of stuff. So like you said, it wouldn't just say trending today. You could say people trending today, movies trending today. So you'd know which next you're going to.
Yeah, you can edit that. You can edit that as you add it or even after.
It's done in your settings.
One of the TMDB, which I don't think that people looked at TMDB. Can you pull up one of your movies or TVs? And we'll just, because it'll load the movie database, which we talked about earlier in the show. And we talked about some people like TMDB. Blue loves TMDB. I don't really use it.
I love it.
It's just not for me.
So I really like it. For one thing, I use this skin on my main setup, and it's really well integrated with it. So like all the season list and episode list are really fun. They look really nice and they work really well together. Also, TMDB Helper gets more, pretty much objectively more complete artwork than any other add-on. It gets clear art and clear logo and all the multiple fan arts. You can have a fan art backdrop that like slideshows through different pictures, and it gets everything.
It's like having Netflix.
And then because you've got players, you can play with any add-on you want. I've only got Siren, but TMDB Helper actually is faster for me to browse through all this stuff than Siren is. Even though I play with Siren using the player from TMDB.
Well, and it's just a nicer GUI basically. Like it's more Netflixy versus, just a list unless you set the view or.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the skin.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean, though. It's like if you go into Siren, it's not going to give as much detail as TMDB Helper will.
So
it really is very good.
One of the things is how when he was into 100, if you go into like a movie or something like that, it will actually, you can drop down to the actors that are in the movie or in that show. Yeah. And that's TMDB. If you're wanting that Netflix or that internet IMDb feel, you can go down and then link to a certain actor and be like, what else is he in? And you click that. Oh yeah. He's in that. And you can, it's like you can go from that one actor and move on.
With it. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you loved watching a movie with a guy in it and you love the guy and you want to see something else, very, very easy to find it because it's back one screen.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, there you go, guys. That's my preview.
Thank you.
There's a preview.
I hope that I'm gonna have that released within the next week or two.
Cool.
I've got it works. Like I could be using it, but it's got enough little stuff that I haven't quite tested with the new features yet that I want to make sure it works really well before I push it out.
If you need a tester, I volunteer.
Absolutely. I'm about to be sending stuff out to people.
And just so you know, you totally made Todd's day.
I know I did. I want you guys to have a wonderful weekend, okay?
You too.
Hey, Dr. Pearl, thank you.
See you later. Bye, guys.
Thanks. We had a whole ton of people that joined the things. I saw Gandalf and Alstar. But thanks, Dr. Inferno, for jumping in here and showing something new. And that's what we're about. We're about showing something that you're not going to find anywhere else. You're not going to find this stuff anywhere else.
If you love widgets, If you're a person who uses Kodi and you love widgets,
No.
you need that add-on because it just amps it right up. Like crazy cool amps it up.
And
And
it's
honestly, to get TMDB helper, because like we said, now you have a bunch of different lists, a whole pile of different lists that you can use, but you can still use the add-ons you love to play them.
yeah.
It's
And
just
what was
more info. Sorry, Tom.
it's what is neat about that is I loved it when he first brought it on the show months ago, and we found about Autowidgets and I had heard about it, and that the when you have a widget and it's the same widget, and every time you open Kodi, guess what? It's the same widget. It's the same list of
boring as
movies.
shit.
Maybe one movie changes because it's always popular or trending. So
Yeah.
if it's trending, which trending means that's what people are watching this week or right now. So it always just stays the same. Well, if you have an auto widget and you have it changing, that widget's going to change every time. So if you change it from popular to this to that, each time it loads and it
See,
just
and you know what? And like he showed, actually, one of the best widgets to have is trending today because it's changing all the time. Not trending this week. Once again, you might only get one or two new things, but if you do trending today, shit changes every day.
Yeah.
So you'll have new stuff. And I love the whole people TV movies.
Yeah, that was
what
kind
I
of
don't
all
know what I'm
mixed
in the mood
together.
for. You know?
Yeah, and
Hi, Diana.
I'll get Diana. Thanks. I will give a quick. All right, so when he was going in the list, what he's doing is the widget, which is that's what you see that little thing, that little bar on a lot of builds. You'll see a little bar that shows you the movies. So what he was doing is he was going into an add-on. You can go into any add-on you want and say, I want this list. So when you click, you get a list of those movies or TVs or actors. And he added it to a group. And then he went to another place. You could absolutely go to another add-on and say, I want this list. And then I'm going to go to another add-on. I want this list. And every time it refreshes, it would actually change that whole list. It's shortcutting to that new add-on each time.
And like he's showing, you can have them all in one widget, those three different things like Todd was talking about, or you can have three different widgets, depending on the skin, how many widgets you can have, but three different widgets for that, which to me, I mean, I would like to have, especially trending today or whatever, I'd like to have a bunch of stuff together in one. Like the way
as one, because he said it got rid of duplicates too.
Exactly. And I mean, if you're doing movies and TV and people, how cool is that?
And if you did, like if you were, let's say you were pointing to different add-ons, because sometimes some add-ons are pointing to TMDB, some are pointing to
popular
whatever. If you changed it, he said it got rid of duplicates. So even if you were pointing to different add-ons, you would not have the same movies in that list. So you might have a few different ones. Neat idea. I mean,
it totally is. And I mean,
I like it that he's pushing the limits.
Like Todd was describing, you would go in and you would grab all these different groups. You know, you grab all these different lists from stuff. And then you would go into settings like you normally would. And you would go into basically like the home screen, you know, and it would tell you, you can pick for, say you had a movies category, you could pick a bunch of widgets for movies. You could have a TV category, pick a bunch of widgets for TV. So you would go into settings, into like, you know, the menu, what is it, skin settings? And that's where you add it. And that's where you can change the name of it to trending today or whatever. But it's, so you go to the add-on, pick the list, pick as many lists as you want. Then you would go into settings to set your widgets on your main screen per category. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
He's add things to groups and you're done. No, you got to go into settings and add them to your home screen essentially.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, you got to add it to the home screen. Yeah.
Otherwise,
and that's why you saw when he added the groups, and then he went to the skin and says, "Oh, I want to add that widget," and he pointed to that group and says, "I want that group to be my widget."
Yeah.
And he's done videos. He was on the show. I want to say it's been a while back.
Videos, we should probably find that and put it up because past videos give you a general idea of what you're doing. It's going to be a little different, but it'll give you a general idea of how exactly it works.
Yeah, you won't have all the new features, of course, but you have an idea of how that works and how that all comes together.
Yeah, I'm assuming once he's done, he'll do a full video.
Yeah, he said he would. Yeah,
we'll post it for you guys, and then that way you can follow it step by step because it is really, really cool add-on.
So he says duplicates prioritized based on order of pass in the group.
Okay.
So I guess if there's duplicates in each of the lists, it makes it more. If it's like in two, if it's in two of the lists, it moves to the front. Is that what I'm understanding? So let's see. Which add-ons is this working well? It works well. We've used it.
Is he telling? So,
oh wait, which add-on is working well? Well, we talked about that earlier in the show. Numbers, the crew, Destiny of Death Star,
Saren,
Shadow, Fen, and Gaia. I mean, all those are working well. Asgard, I've seen a lot of talk about Asgard. There's probably more. I'm not a fan of the Exodus Redux. I thought that developer quit, but maybe he's not. So,
okay, there's a question here. Can you use widgets for favorites? That's a good question. Dr. Inferno, maybe if he's listening, can answer. I would say no, but maybe.
No, I would think you could, because if you went to, all you would do is go to the favorites folder. When you go to the favorites folder, because when he goes in, you go to programs, you would go to that super favorites or favorites. Maybe not favorites.
Yeah.
That would be favorites would be under
widgets. Yes.
Favorites would be under system or something like that. Isn't it under system or core?
And for example,
common. I think
have track lists that you love, like your like lists or your whatever. Like you can say, for example, in Shadow, or I think in Saren too, probably most of them, you can authorize your tracked. You should be able to add those too. Pretty much any list you can find in any add-on, you can add, and apparently favorites as well.
Yeah. He says yes, favorites can be widgeted, so you can widget favorites. Yeah. And I mean, when I try to think logically, again, I haven't used his version, but I try to think about how, and definitely if you have it in super favorities folders, you definitely could do that. Because you would just go to super favorites and then folder.
Program add-on?
It'd be ain't it under common? Favorites says super favorites is under programs.
Okay.
But I want to say common
but even favorites, you can use, as long as you would go to common folder and find your favorite.
I think it's in common. I could be wrong. I'd have to be looking at it. If I'm poking around, I could see it. So yeah, it's great then. So thanks for coming on there. There's a few things that I wanted to actually streaming information I wanted to share with. Let me post. I was looking to see if anybody else.
Dr. Inferno, if you're still around, can you share your YouTube link in the chat group, please, so people can follow you?
Oh, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't see Noir had sent me a message. I was looking to see who had sent me a message about joining. So I sent him an invite because I get mixed up with sometimes if I'm on Telegram, I'm in one or two groups. So what ends up happening is people's messages get buried a little bit farther down in here. Let's see. I was going to share something. I was going to share one of my tabs about some streaming news, because this is outside of the big K word.
Thanks, JJ.
Yeah. Again, this the add-on widget is a great add-on. It does take just a little bit of learning, and I'm not trying to knock it. I'm just saying it takes a little learning and a little understanding. But once you kind of wrap your head around how it works, I would not. All right. The other caveat is don't put this on low-end devices, and you need to be careful of how many add-ons you add, because your device and the number of add-ons can impact how responsive all this stuff works. If you're on a better device with less add-ons, it works better. When you load it up, it just gets slower. And that's just honest truth. And you saw when Dr. Inferno's loaded, his code he loaded, even though he was streaming, it loaded. That's what I was amazed with. Streaming, it loaded that fast. It's because he has just those few add-ons. He said, 8 total. And that was counting the scripts that were running. Yeah. So, yeah, that's easy stuff.
In other words, don't have 200 add-ons on your Kodi.
No, that's a lot of people think, the more add-ons, the better. Yeah. No, the more add-ons that are running in the background that you don't know about, that are trying to find out if there's a freaking update.
See, I think I would do like two good movie TV ones, and then maybe if you're an IPTV person, like if you want some.
And most
That-
IPTVs you can get the APK.
exactly.
So if I was a person that was, if you had an IPTV service, get an APK. Don't open Kodi. Let the IPTV be its own little beast thing going on. Now, if you're going to want to watch IPTV that's free, then you would have to install 1 or 2 add-ons. So, yeah, Monkey says she's got 4 or 5. Then you're going to be all right. But if you go, there's people we know that have builds.
Did you just say she?
Eh.
Do you know that's a girl?
I don't know. Maybe a guy. But
You know a guy.
so it's probably a guy. So sometimes I see people with builds that have 20 freaking add-ons.
Oh
like,
God, no.
Oh my gosh. What's up, Noir?
Who let in the troublemaker?
Who let
You
him
know
in?
what? Just seeing you here, Ebony, makes me need more wine. I'll be right back.
Hey, grab me a beer. That's all out.
Hey, babe, I'll be right back.
All right. So a few things that I wanted to share with you guys about streaming news, some streaming things that are happening. And I was going to go through a whole list of some things going on and let you find out about some of this, and we'll just discuss it in case you guys want some information about streaming that you may or may not know about. So one of the things DC Universe is offering an HBO Max add-on deal for $4.99. So they're adding this, that if you have I guess Disney Universe, you can add it. I'm not a big Disney. I don't have Disney Universe. I was hoping I should be able to open that open link. There we go. Here we go with information about that. So you can sign up. You can pay for HBO Max and pay for $5 extra. And that's going to be through December 31st. So you'll get it for a little while. Walmart's going to start using their parking lots as drive-in theaters. A lot of movie theaters have been having issues, and so Walmart is going to start showing movies in their parking lots. Now, I've seen some places that have talked about these pop-up movie theaters. Most of the time, they're showing old stuff, but you can also go to the website. You can actually go to Walmart Drive-In or walmartdrive-in.com, and you can search up and watch this page, and they're going to show you what actual Walmarts are going to be showing movies. I would not expect it to be showing the new movies. These are probably going to be old ones. I want to say I've seen numerous places that post, and these are movies that have been out for 15, 20 years.
If it's showing weird science, I'm going right there now.
It could be because it's movies about that genre. I saw Grease. I saw one was showing Grease, and it was all old stuff. If you have
Kelly LeBrock, oh my God, when I was like 14 years old, oh my days.
You want a little something of that, huh? You want some of that?
Mm.
So Amazon, if you have an Echo Show, so for you folks in the US, and maybe when Blue gets back, she can tell us if this worked for her. I asked her to search to see if it would work. If you have Amazon and you have if you have the Echo Show, they're giving away 1 free year of the Food Network. It has information about how you sign up, little simple things. You're doing it via the voice. Let me open that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you're getting the food. And now if you have a show, that's got the screen, so you could actually put that right next to in your kitchen if you were looking at watching a show doing a recipe. So a neat idea. And what they're doing is they're hoping that people are going to sign up for it longer. Again, we got Rachel Ray, Bobby Flay, Guy Fieri. You got all those kind of people. What's it? 2,300 on-demand cooking classes. So really good, cool thing. Let's see. ESPN Plus was to raise the price to $5.99. So it was $4.99. Now we're going to $5.99. Still remains the $50 a year if you're wanting to do that. We're going to see this thing happening. This price increase is not going to stop people. It is not going to stop.
in the UK, we have to pay a license fee of
Mhm.
£128, I believe. It's
Mm.
probably about $115, something like that, per
Yeah.
year. That's before you can even think about adding a cable choice or
Jesus.
you have to pay this as a standard, 100 and whatever per year.
Tax. A freaking
Yeah,
tax.
because of the British Broadcasting Corporation, the BBC, like your
Mhm.
NBC, like the bullshit views, all that shit.
Mhm.
They
Wow.
run the country. So I don't pay it myself personally. If someone come knocking on my door, I know my rights.
No, I know my rights.
I know
Um,
my rights. It's not
so
against the law. It's your law. It's your life. Whatever. Yeah.
so ESPN's going up in price, y'all. That's going to happen in August. So just be prepared if you're an ESPN Plus user. If you're using that I think some people are using Disney, ESPN Plus, and Hulu. You may find it. I don't know if it's going to go up, but don't expect that price. Disney offered that bundle when they released Disney Plus. So I would expect Disney is going to, I don't want to say double. I bet you it's close to the $20 mark for that bundle come, I want to say September, October. It's not long before that bundle is going to be due. So one of the things here, Sling TV support. So if you're a Roku user, I probably have some people that are watching that are Roku users. I've never been a fan of Roku, but if you have an old Roku device, you're probably going to find Sling TV is going to stop working, and they have sent out a letter saying they will replace some devices. So there is, if you have a Roku and you had Sling TV, you may be able to find some relief. They may give you another device.
Is Roku? Is that Android? Is that Rockchip?
No, I bet it's Rockship. I don't know. It's its own little OS, and it's closed, so
I
you
don't know.
can't really, you can't really do much with it.
I've heard about
They
them.
control everything. They control everything in it. There's
Yeah.
no jailbreak in the Roku. It doesn't happen. Let's see. YouTube is adding Viacom CBS channels. Hey, that's great, but the second part of that announces price increase. So we're going to see this, folks. You're going to see these price increases, and we're talking about, I cut the cable, I cut the cord, I'm saving money. The cable companies, the broadcasters, these media companies see that. They know that there's less and less people paying for satellite and cable, and they're buying these streaming packages. So they're going to squeeze these companies that are the streaming services for more money, and those companies are not going to absorb that cost. That cost is going to go to you. So if you're a person that's paying for multiple services, you're going to see your cost go up. Be very aware of what services you're paying for. If you're paying for HBO Plus or Max, and you're paying for ESPN Plus, and you're paying for Disney, and you're paying for Hulu, and you're paying for Netflix, if you add up those costs, you're going to start getting close to the cost that you're paying already that you would have been
Yeah.
paying for cable.
Yeah.
Be aware. It's happening. Look, if they're going, YouTube TV is going to $65 a month. And they added some channels now. They're going to go ahead and tell you they added some channels, and that's great. But you're going to also be paying $65 a month. So add that on top of your cable bill. And add that on top of course, you probably have Netflix. And add that on top of your Disney Plus. So just be aware. Yeah, it's going to be there. If people are not careful, they're going to get screwed on this. Netflix has added the feature to remove titles from your continuing watch. Blue and I had talked about this. The only way that you used to be able to remove those was to go to the website, the browser, remove them. I have tried this on my NVIDIA Shield, and I don't have this feature. I cannot remove continuing watching. I don't know if anybody else in the chat was able to.
Yeah. The thing that's weird too is that with Netflix is that when I use an app on my Fire Stick or on my Xbox or whatever, I never had a problem with it autoplaying, always autoplayed. But when I try to watch it on my iMac, it kicks me out and I got to go back in, and I hate that because I watch my iMac when I go to bed and I want it to keep going until my computer turns itself off when there's lack of, that I have a keyboard in a
Who
while.
makes iMac?
Apple? Yeah, I know.
Apple crap.
No, but it's like it's just
Apple.
ridiculous.
Come
But what I have,
on.
no, but the thing is, what I have to do is I have to go to the website, the Netflix
Android.
website, and I have to set everything so like because what happens is I'll fall asleep and I'll
Android.
miss 3 episodes. So I want to go back. So
Android.
say I go back to I watched 4, but not really. So I got to go back to 1 to rewatch because I've already watched 2, 3, and 4, even though I was sleeping.
They're
It-
probably they'll charge you
Yeah.
again for that because it's Apple. They're gonna charge you now for rewatching it.
Oh yeah, no, but that doesn't happen. But anyways, so I have to basically go and set it as unwatched, and then when I start watching, it autoplays for me. But it's a pain in the ass for that. And I don't. Is it an Apple thing?
It's
Because
an Apple thing.
I don't know. It's just annoying.
Get some Android in your life.
She does. She got her phone, and she got numerous Androids, but it's just that one in her bedroom.
Just my iMac.
Yeah,
Some-
and she can't get rid of it. She's like, it's there.
Well, until it dies, which it's a 2011, so I mean it's doing pretty good actually.
Yeah, it's
But
does
once
well.
it dies, I'll just get a little TV and throw one of my multiple. I have like 20.
Yeah, you have probably. She's got multiple. Well, you don't have quite as many Android devices as I do, but you
Because
got
I'm
quite a
too
few.
scared to sell them to people I know. Because if it cacks out the day after, I'll feel like a piece of shit. So you know what? I just keep them all. I
Yeah,
have
and then you feel like you got to replace it for me. Like, oh, I'll give you another device.
Exactly.
And let's see if Netflix. So if you guys were fans of sports, I watched The Last Dance on ESPN Plus. Loved it. Thought it was a great documentary.
Okay.
It's gonna be joining. It's gonna be on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah. It's if you also what's new on Netflix, and I will I'll
The
do
Old
that
Guard?
at the end. Yeah, I was gonna let me open that up. There is
Charlize Theron.
open. And they can kiss my butt about me and my pronunciation on things. I'm Southern. I've got a reason to be wrong. So, all right. So, Roku. There you go. That's my Roku right there, boys. Come on, get up in that Roku right there. So you can go. I didn't realize that Netflix has a link where you can look at all the stuff that's coming out.
Yeah, and you could also flag it so that it reminds you when it's out.
Yep. And I mean, there's the Old Guard, which is, hey, why do I need to watch the Old Guard?
Because it's on our pop show, Player
Pass. This week, you better watch it, Old Guard. So that's on there. The other thing is
I saved that one.
I'm gonna paste this link right here that Cord Cutters posted on this information they posted about the Netflix. They actually had, like, if you go through this, it has everything that's coming out this month. Sucker Punch. I hated that movie. So you can go through and look at the whole month, what's coming out. And I will like it. I couldn't find it on the Netflix page, but you can look through the whole month. MILF. But Last Dance is gonna be the 19th. IP Man 4. That was a pretty good movie. Lots and lots of good stuff that Netflix is going to be releasing. So keep your eye out. Netflix up July 31st. There you go, Blue.
Yo.
Umbrella Academy kicking out July 31st. So lots of good stuff coming out. Oh, she done left. So Diana says tonight is the Old Guard. And not the Old Guard. We got the Noir. He's our Old Guard.
I'm just like the jester.
The Jester. Dr. Bruno says Autowidgets work on Netflix add-on too, which I've never used the Netflix add-on. So, but good thing that you could add in there. Nice little feature. You have to pay for, yeah. Do you have to pay for Netflix? Not if you're sharing somebody else's account.
Did I see that anyone's got the Shadow add-on? It's now moved to its own repo now.
No.
I saw that. Shadow's got its own GitHub now.
No, not that I know of. It's not on. It's not on its own repo unless somebody else uploaded it. But it wasn't going to be put on GitHub. So unless somebody else grabbed it and just put it up there thinking that they were going to be funny.
Okay, I saw something the other day because I had it from the magnetic repo,
Yeah. It's been on there.
but I saw now you got to grab it from this place if you want.
No.
Okay.
He's not going to put it in an official repo. So unless somebody else created it and decided to put it up there, not that I know of. I know of a handful of repos that have it, but none of them are his.
Okay, I'll have a sniff about and that. See who's got it then.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's done it.
So yeah, Michael talks about that's why, and this is why we do what we do. These cable companies, satellite companies, are money hungry vultures, and I've talked about this in the past about the cost. And I'll be honest with you, I don't blame the cable companies or the satellite companies as much as I can blame the media companies that create this content. And I watched Tyler, the antenna guy, the antenna man, and he talked about how they broke down the cost that goes to having basic cable. And he was talking about the number one channel that costs more than any other channel on the cable on a cable system. You know what that is, Noir Lee?
Which is live sport is the main one that costs everyone.
Yep. ESPN for the US.
ESPN, NBCN, Fox, all their ones.
ESPN costs. It's almost ESPN costs like 4 or 5 times more than any other channel. It's like they were talking about ESPN was like a $10 or $12 package. So every time you paid for your cable bill, $12 was going to ESPN. Then of that, let's just for a round number, let's say that your cable company says it's $100 for your cable. So your cable company says it's $100 for your cable. $12 is going to ESPN, and then ABC wants $2, CBS wants $3, NBC wants $2, and then Fox wants it. The Food Network wants it, and then Disney owns so many stations that they can strong arm you to that. If you want ESPN, well, then you got to pay for this and this and this too. So a lot of times these satellite companies or cable companies are actually strong armed into having to pay.
In the UK, Disney has broke away now. So if you want Disney Plus, you got to pay for that separately to your package.
Yeah. Well, for us, Disney Plus is separate. Now, for you in the UK, now you guys have Sky and BT, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
2 different packages.
Yep.
2 different charges.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have cable TV and you're like, well, because aren't some sports on Sky and some sports are on BT? It's not. They're not interchangeable. Like the Champion League, or isn't it Champion League?
Okay, all right. Let me just start. Right,
Okay.
If you plug your TV into a terrestrial cable that's attached to your house, that's £120 a year just for connecting your thing. Then you have your cable companies, your Sky or your Virgin or your whatever, and they charge you like £80 a month, depends on your package. And then you add on, so you want Sky Movies, you want Sky Sports added. It all bumps up. And you can be like spending like close on £180 a month for that privilege.
Just for TV. Now that isn't even counting your cable. Your internet.
That's without the internet. Yeah, that's on top of that. So yeah, but the BBC, British Broadcasting Company, is you have to pay 100 whatever it is a year just to watch their propaganda.
So they get their tax from them up front.
Yep.
Canuck Gal says, do you get any free channels? I do. Now, in the UK, Lee, do you guys have over the air free channels?
We do get over the air free channels, but they are not the ones that no one watches.
Okay.
It'll be
So
like shopping and stuff like that, and cooking.
So I know that in Canada they have free channels. There's free over the air. I've talked about having an antenna. In the US, it's mandated that they have the major broadcasting networks, ABC, NBC, Fox, all those, the CW, which they don't have to, but CW's on there. Numerous other channels have to be over the air. So you know you're not getting ESPN. No, you're not getting HBO, but or TNT or TBS or AMC, but there you get the major companies over the air.
Yeah, same.
I've told all of my friends, I mean, get an antenna outside because most people can pick up free over the air. So you get free over the air, then you go and you pay for your internet, and then figure out what other options that you need. If Netflix works for you, then pay the freaking $8 to $12 for Netflix. If you got to have Disney on top of that, fine. Pay the what's Disney? Blue, how much is Disney? Like $4 or $5?
I think it's like $10.
$10. Okay. So that's 10 Canadian. So that's like $2 US. So then you got so
Fuck all in it. Fuck all in America.
yeah, I just give her a hard time. She knows I have to do that. So,
Yeah.
but you're probably gonna pay $8 in the US unless you're paying for one of those packaging deals that are limited time. So when you get that Disney, ESPN, Hulu package, I think it's $12.99. It's limited. They told you up front it was limited, and most likely, I would almost bank come October, September, whenever that rolled around at the 1 year, I would see a $20 mark on that, or even 24 if you're getting those three services. So get you an outdoor antenna, get locals, then you've got your local news, your local weather, your local whatever's going on that you care about. Locally.
Nobody watches that except for you, Todd.
Well, old people do.
Exactly. You just proved my point.
Old people watch it. Alban watches it.
I watched
Proving my point once again.
Just look at Alban's gonna be like, what? So yeah, so you get your local channels. I mean, I watch the news in the mornings if I'm working late or if I'm off, and then you go with some of these options with your Plex or your Cody or if you're wanting to do Fubu, I saw a thing about Fubu. Alban says count him in on the old folks watching the news. I saw a thing on Fubu. I don't think I mentioned Fubu. Fubu, a lot of people like it. It's went to $65 a month. I couldn't believe $65 a month. Sling TV, again, is going up. All those services that people are like, oh, I'm saving money because I'm cutting the cord. I'm going with this service. That stuff is it's going up. So if you don't watch your bank statements and you just ignore your mail, you're going to be getting rooked. And people complain about, oh, why you want to pay $18 for Real to Brid for 6 months? I'm not paying for that. Okay, it's $3 a month. Or I don't want to pay. Let's say premiumized. Let's say you went premiumized. That's $100 a year. So we're breaking that down. That's $8 a month. People say, "Oh, I'm not gonna pay that. That's an outrageous price. $8 a month." If you're not careful, you're going to be forking out $100 a month in all of those little charges, and you're not even going to get it. So look at Redneck says he's old too.
I cut the cable. Yeah, I don't use Real to Brid. I don't use Premiumize. I don't use Real to Brid. I don't use a VPN. I don't use nothing.
You go raw. You go in it raw.
I watch what I want when I want.
Yeah.
But I will admit, I don't watch content. Like, I'm not a heavy streamer. I watch sports. That's about it. That's what I joined Cody for this. But I can watch like a movie, like certain add-ons at the moment. There's good add-ons, which I might have mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
some
Go
good-
ahead. You can knock them out. You said.
What- They got one click on the bread stuff, smashing stuff.
All right.
What add-on?
Which one? Which one do you say there?
Shut it.
Get that white bottle out and say it again.
I'll have another drink just because of that.
I'm going to say it once. Asgard. That's it.
Hey,
Mm.
I brought that up earlier in one of our chats.
Mhm.
So there's plenty of options, and I try to warn people. I give people advice. Be careful because I see this cord cutting phenomenon that people are like, I'm saving money. You're going to be short lived because these media companies are going to get their money one way or another. And they're going in all these services. It's like they're all, instead of you paying one cable company, you're paying like 6 or 8, 10 different companies. But in the
Definitely.
end,
Definitely.
you're going to pay the same.
Mhm.
So be smart, pay attention, pay for the few things that you have to have. And I mean, I pay for certain things that are important to me. I come out to the good. I promise you, I come out to the good.
Well, you
Definitely.
know, a good one to have, and I mean, it's not the best thing in the world, but their content is getting better, is Amazon Prime. Get Prime. Just for the 2-day shipping alone, it's friggin' worth it. And then on top of that, you get music. They have a great music selection that you can listen to all the time.
2 days. 2 days. I couldn't wait that long. We get next day.
Okay, well, you know what? Still,
We get same day
for me, it's
sometimes.
like $80 a year, and I get this music stuff. I get free storage for all, well, photo storage, and you get Amazon Video, which has The Boys on it, Carnival Row, Jack Ryan. And they have a lot of good series, and they're stepping up their game. So
I love I love Amazon Prime Music. I love it.
yeah, and that's the thing is, I only got it for the 2-day shipping, but you get all this other stuff for it for $80 a year.
You don't need CDs. You don't need to download music no more. It's fucking brilliant. Amazon
Exactly.
Prime Music. It's amazing.
Exactly, and I mean, you can download it and slide it off especially if you have Android. Whereas Apple, not so much.
Apple crapple.
You get iTunes. You buy stuff off iTunes. Good luck taking that off your goddamn phone.
$50. Try and download it. You can't get it. You've been ripped off.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, I'm hot flashing.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, getting old is fun. What's Todd doing? Peeing or grabbing another beer? But he's right though. It's like it adds up. I mean, even me, I'm bad. I've got Disney Plus. I've got Amazon Video. I've got Netflix. I've got something else too. I think I have 4 of them. And then I use Plex. But then again, I'm never, stuck watching something. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, and I did see where they were talking about. I was reading an article talking about the COVID stuff and everybody staying at home and how much money some of these media companies have lost due to production costs because production has stopped. That cost doesn't go away. That cost is going to be, we're going to feel that cost. So it's going to happen. Gold Rush, what's up? I think it's Gold Rush. Yeah, Gold Rush. I don't know what it is with you people using these funky. I struggle enough with reading, but then when you use this funky fonts, it makes it even difficult more.
Yeah, he's trying to give me a friggin' to go into convulsions.
Jack Ryan, yeah, Prime show, yep. Like as Blue was saying, Prime is definitely worth it. I've had Prime,
and Jack Ryan, and Carnival Row, 3 fantastic series from Amazon.
The Beach says since most internet providers are TV companies in the U.S., eventually, with most people cutting the cord, they'll raise internet prices to make up for it. Of course, they will. And with the media companies, they're doing the same thing with you seeing, because for them to have those channels, they're going to charge you more. YouTube TV, $65 I remember when it came out, it was $35 for YouTube TV.
Apple Plus too, doesn't Apple?
Yes, Apple Plus.
Has their own.
Yes.
And every single news station seems to now. Like if you go on your Fire Stick, it's like, oh hey, CBS. Okay, cool. Oh, do you have a subscription? Oh, fuck, how much is that? And then the next one. Well, oh, mom, how much is that? Yeah, next thing you know, you're paying more.
I like it. Judd Neck. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Any
So-
suggestions for a movie to watch with my 81-year-old mom tonight? Yes, you can watch Hoosiers because that'll be on the Pop Show next Wednesday, and it's wonderful.
Hoosiers. I actually watched that yesterday, and I don't remember. I watched it when it came out in 86 or 85. So it's been a long time since I've seen that. And I watched it the other day. Gene Hackman,
Barbara Hershey,
Hopper. Dennis Hopper is in it.
Hopper, yeah, the drunk
Good
dad.
movie. Good movie. Good movie.
Oh,
Yes.
shut up, Todd. Shut up now. Stop while you're ahead.
Yeah.
Todd is really old. He's like going through these old actors that you probably not heard of, kids.
Yeah, kids. Yeah, kids. You've never heard of these folks. So, yes, spelling of Hoosiers. That is correct. And it's a basketball movie, but it's not just a basketball movie. It's
No,
a little bit extra. Hey, I'd watch 1917. If 81-year-old, she probably remembers World War II.
Jesus.
Blue.
Actually,
Blue,
1917 would be.
No,
World
that
War
was
I.
World War One. No, what did we watch last week? Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
Hacksaw Ridge.
40s. Yeah,
Watch
that's-
Hacksaw Ridge.
That was World
that
War.
was on 2 nights ago. My missus was up till 3 o'clock in the morning watching that. And she
Hacksaw?
wondered, and she goes, "I've seen it 4 times now, and it's so good. I'm so tired." I was like, what the fuck? She started at 4 o'clock in the morning watching it.
That was one where I definitely enjoyed it more the second time.
It was
around.
good the first time round, but the fourth, come on.
Oh Jesus, Kyle, I'm gonna kill you.
Hey, again,
I love
Hacksaw
it.
Ridge, great movie. Great movie.
Lovely story.
World War II, she's 81. She'd be like, I remember that when the boys went off to war.
Hacksaw's still not my favorite war movie, though.
Oh, did you see that? It's Vera Lynn's funeral today.
What?
No.
Vera Lynn. She died at 103 2 weeks
Vera
ago.
Lynn. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's sad, eh?
Yeah, she was the you know, like they painted like the girls on the side of the planes, like back in the World Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Into girls, and he Memphis spells and that. She was like the Vera Lynn. She was like the singer for the troops, this, that, the other. And they had 2 Spitfires that I fly past today at a funeral. 103 years old.
Mm.
And it just brings like goosebumps up, like oh.
Damn.
Oh my God.
All right, so look at the Beach has already watched the bonus pick.
Right on.
He hates musicals.
See, if I was to pick who hates musicals,
The
yeah.
Beach.
If I was to pick my favorite war movies, Black Hawk Down,
Yes.
Saving Private Ryan. That's not as much as
Mm.
Black Hawk Down.
Yeah.
Black Hawk was great because of the ending. And Enemy at the Gates.
Yes. With
Those are my
Jude
war
Law and that German guy.
Hacksaw Ridge, and
Hey,
Full Metal
Rescue.
Jacket, and Platoon.
See, Platoon is, I think, a dude movie, to be honest. It's a dude movie.
Full Metal Jacket. What do I get for $10?
Fucking dude movie.
Anything you want.
Morning Vietnam.
Sucky, long time. Anything you want.
Great movie. Great movie.
Like I
That's
said.
the one. Good Morning Vietnam, Paul. Like Paul says, Good Morning. That was a good movie, but it was a little bit too happy for me.
Me love you
Pink
long
Floyd. Hey,
time.
all but when you said Vera, I actually thought of Pink Floyd from The Wall.
Good. You're old. You're like me.
I remember.
Yeah.
So the other thing is Canuck Gal asked about said she was looking for a comedy. Now it's gotten even more difficult. Comedy for I said Canuck.
No, you say Canuck like ook. It's uck like puck.
Canuck, whatever.
Thank you.
Whatever. I'm gonna give you New York in a minute. Come on, girl.
Yeah, that's
You
what it is, honey.
So a comedy. See, now she made it difficult. Now it's a comedy for
It's
an
comedy.
81-year-old.
Okay, well then, Hot Fuzz.
Or Lord and Hardy.
Oh,
have you,
she's
I'll tell
old,
you,
but she's probably still got taste.
guys,
Like, she doesn't go black and white.
have you seen The In-Betweeners?
No.
No, that's
That's
British, right?
that's British
Right.
shit. I don't watch that stuff.
I never have. No.
Fuck you.
What?
Watch,
Because I
When
called
saw
it British
looked like
shit.
a bunch of kids, and I'm like, I'm not watching that.
no, seriously, watch The In-Betweeners, then tell me it's shit afterwards.
Oh, I'm not going to tell you. I won't say it's shit because I.
You
can't.
won't, because you'll be asking me for the next episode.
Where's the next
Seriously.
episode? Give it to me. Give it to me. Look at Redneck said, look at Abbott and Costello.
Lord of the Rings. Not exactly.
She's a
comedy
young
film, but-
81. Okay, then I go back to my Step Brothers or Talladega Nights.
And she loves sex scenes. Okay, hold on. Funny with sex
Oh.
scenes. Oh, Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, Wedding Crashers. So what was the one where she had cum in her hair? Or he
There's
had
something about Mary.
something about Mary. Yeah. And she says, "Oh, some moose."
Yeah, yeah. He said it was. Said it was like hair
Yeah,
gel hanging
yeah.
from a deer. She
Yeah,
just grabbed it and hurt.
For any of us that remember the movie, yeah, I think that's some hair gel. So we're down to 71 people. I got to roll out. we're heading off the ring. Hey, JJ, thanks for posting the link because Wednesday player pass. Honey, what's the movies?
Greyhound.
No pressure. The Old
Greyhound.
Guard
The Old Guard from Netflix,
and Hoosiers.
Hoosiers, and the bonus pick,
Hamilton. I've
Hamilton.
seen twice already, and I loved it. I never knew anything about it, and I'm not American, and it's all about America. But
It's about America.
It made me want to research stuff.
She says she wants to be American now. Now that she saw that play, that
I
musical.
want to get a little American. I don't know about being American.
She doesn't like being Chinese no more, so she wants to be American.
I'm gonna be American.
Yeah.
She said American. She said wants American in her. All right, so that was again we got those three movies. So 2 are mandatory.
Okay.
1 is extra credit for the
Yeah.
teacher because the teacher
but
wanted Hamilton.
Basically, because everybody was all gung ho about Hamilton,
Mhm.
but most of us had already seen it.
Mhm.
We're doing it as a bonus at the end of the show. Like we'll talk about. You don't have to watch it, but if you want to watch it, we're going to discuss it a little bit.
Right, because we already had 2 movies, and we find that sometimes it's a struggle to get 2 movies in.
Yeah,
So
especially when
that
Andrew
was-
gets talking because he just doesn't stop.
Yeah, it's Andrew's fault.
Andrew and then Aubin with his audio problems. I love you, Aubin.
We're hoping he fixes his audio issues. Please. All right, so we need a GoFundMe to get him
Oh my
a
God.
good headset.
You see that? If we do extra credit, do we get an Aubin T-shirt? You got to talk to Aubin about that. I think this T-shirt is probably.
Oh my gosh. Hey,
Thank
watching
you.
the show on Wednesday to see Albin's T-shirts is worth coming to watch his show.
Yeah.
He has a different T-shirt every freaking week.
And they're
And
always
his
funny.
shirts are funny. I used to think I had a lot of funny shirts until he came along.
Yeah,
And now
no, you kick your ass, babe.
I just stay quiet. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I just wear a white T-shirt because I ain't got nothing to say. No. So yeah, he's the audio king. So yeah, good times. So please, for Wednesdays, 5 p.m., 10 p.m. if you're in the UK, if you're on the Pacific coast of the US or even Canada, that would be 2:00 in the afternoon. So
Yes, it's 3 hours.
look to watch it.
Normal.
And again, we'd only get this show. I get 1,000 views, if not a little over 1,000, 1,200 views per show, every show. That show, which is about movies, and you would think that more people would be able to relate and be able to comment and have their thoughts. We get 300. So can I get a few of the people that are watching this show watch on Wednesdays and
watch the movies with us and come on and talk about it.
yeah, watch the movies.
Hated it. Yeah,
Watch the movies prior, and then
Yep.
we post the link. I ask if you can come on the show. You can give us your thoughts. You don't even have to show your face. I mean, if you're not as
You can
handsome
do
as
like
Lee,
you could have an icon just like me right now and just talk.
I know Lee is a handsome fella, but so if you're not as handsome as Lee, you don't have to show your face. You could you could turn your camera off.
And
So
Exactly.
if you're not as handsome
Look
as
at-
me,
yeah. So
what are you giving us the finger for? He called you handsome.
I did. Oh, I love Lee. He's fun. He's fun. All right. So the beach says it's probably lower for the crap movies we pick. All right. So
To Peach, I told
All
you
right.
already tonight. You can shove it.
well, that's due to Andrew's picks, and we're not going to hold it against him. He's about 50-50.
Well, and you know what? Though
ARB.
sometimes we watch a trailer for something and it looks fantastic, and then you watch the movie and it's garbage. So that's not our fault.
That's true. Because we do ask the people that are in the chat, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
And people will give us their input, and we'll say if more people say a certain movie, we'll go to that direction.
Yeah, but the
So-
problem is most people don't even say. a
Yeah.
movie. One person will say something and be like, "No."
Yeah. So it ends up being the people on the panel, and okay, that looks good. Like Defy Bloods.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my movie tomorrow is going to be
Both cars
Greyhound.
closed. That was
All right.
garbage.
So Greyhound was very, very close to us this week.
Yes,
That
I'm watching
in
it.
Old Guard was so close, and
Yeah, we went with Old Guard.
Old Guard just nudged it out. Greyhound will be the following week, I'm sure. So we're hoping that happens. So I'm looking forward to it. It's a fun time. It's a great show. We ask people to join it. We really encourage people to watch as
And-
well as join the chat.
and
Sharon's
because
been on
four
it.
of us-
Cam.
because there's four of us that do it, and every week somebody picks something. So if you guys want to come on, if you come on 4 shows, you get to pick the movie.
Yep. Come on 4 shows.
Ooh.
Then you get to pick a movie. And then we're all forced to watch it, like the
Yep.
faculty.
It's homework. Like
You
the
will
job.
regret. You will regret this.
Oh no, does that mean you're coming on? Honestly, bring it on.
No, I'm
Bring it on.
I'm joking.
Oh,
don't-
I've already kicked my ass so many goddamn times. I'm pretty sure you can't.
Look
You
at
don't want. You do not want me on Pay or Plus. So,
well, as long as you can be, if you can explain why you don't like a movie. Look at the Beach says that 5 Bloods and number 23.
Oh,
I gave 2 thumbs down on both.
Me
I
too.
gave it both. Boom, boom.
And
I know
honestly, Todd and I
some
laughed
people
about the fact, Todd, that normally it's like a week of 2 thumbs up, and this was the first time ever where we hated
Yeah.
both movies.
yeah, it was like, and
2 duds.
it is what it is, and it is what it is.
Could have been great. Could have been great. Never
Oh,
knew. Spike
can I,
Lee.
can I suggest a movie? Can I suggest that you watch you've posted this 1,000 times before, but watch The Lost Boys.
Lost
Yeah,
Boys is
no,
a great
you know what?
movie.
No, I will not watch The
Great
Lost
movie.
Boys until
Great
you
movie.
come on
Yes, you
4
will.
times
Yes, you
and
will.
say we have to watch The Lost Boys.
Yeah, great movie. I've seen it,
Oh.
and until someone requests it.
Yeah. I was
So
in
we
love
have
with-
different
I was
tastes
in
of
love
movies.
with Kiefer Sutherland, though. I saw that probably 50 times.
Again,
I know the script word for word for that movie.
wow.
Okay, well, we'll have to watch it together. Then we'll do a Plex watch together, and then you can talk the whole time.
yeah.
I'll make
we do.
I'll make up a bed and then we can sort it out. I'll get some, especially get some wine in from Majestics.
Yeah, it's gotta be some red. It's gotta be some reds.
No,
right.
unless Todd does.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and close it up because we're at almost 2 hours.
Oh my
Again,
God,
thank
what's
you.
he wearing? Look at his head.
Hey, is it Derby Day? Oh,
my
it's
God.
Derby
Is that
Day.
Is that his grandma's hat, or is that just a wall ornament?
81 years old and 81 young. 81 young. So, Blue, anything you want to close up before we run out of here?
Nope. Thanks for hanging out with us, so guys. And yeah, come on Wednesday. Watch the movies with us, and then come on and talk about them.
Prior.
Yeah. Of course, you have to watch them before you come on. I mean, even if you could only watch one, then you could come on for that segment of the show and talk about it. We would love to have you guys on. So.
Yep. Canuck, thank you.
Oh my.
All right, Lee.
pretty
I
good.
said Canuck.
Yeah, Canuck gal.
But yeah, I'm working towards the gal part. All right, so go ahead, Lee.
Oh my God.
What? Thank you for having me on. Yeah, it's been a pleasure as always. I love your shows on Fridays. It cheers me up, especially when
Blue shaves her head.
have you cut your hair? You have cut your hair. fuck have
No,
you
I
done?
haven't cut my hair. Hey, hold on.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
It's gonna be a
What
disaster, just so you know, because it's wet.
What have you done?
have you done?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, put it back up. Put it back up. You're all right.
Yeah, okay, hold on.
Give me a heart attack, sir.
Jackass.
Fuck.
I know I'm beautiful. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
So, all right. So, thanks for Lee for coming on.
Yeah, no
And
worries.
I
Thank you.
always ask people that want to come on. I want to thank Dr. Inferno for coming on and showing
Yeah.
us the preview, the beta version of 2.0 on Autowidgets. Look forward to seeing his video on once he completely finishes it and releases it. Great time. Thanks for everyone joining. And we're still at 63 viewers. So I give it a thumbs up because we're never this many people towards the end. Alban, thank you for reminding me. UFC weekend. Yes, there's a UFC pay-per-view this weekend. I would lean Lee, you're a sports watcher, right?
Yeah.
Is there any suggestions that you might give our viewers there at the very end of the show if they're wanting to find a link for that pay-per-view?
For your
Any place?
pay-per-views, I'll say Crew, Asgard, Go To, Rising Tides. They'd be my 4
Yep.
in that order. One of them will have it.
Yep. So Rising Tides, I'm a clear it up.
Asgard.
The crew, Asgard, Go To, which is an add-on, and Rising Tides. Those are the 4 that he gave to. The Beach says the End Zone. Watch for those if you don't have a service. What? My suggestion, if you're going to invite people over, go through and take a look at some of those add-ons prior and add those links as a favorite so that you have them all in your favorites list. And if one craps out, you can click to the other one. I've been in that situation, folks. You don't want to be in a situation where people are at your house and you're looking like a fool. So
just get my bill because I've got all them add-ons.
there's newer things. So UFC weekend, I'm real excited about it. I'll be watching it this
What's
weekend.
Lee's build? Like, where do people get it?
What?
His build.
His build?
Yeah, throw it in the side chat.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Lee, you got a build that you have that you would suggest to people?
Yeah, I know a couple. Just if you want it, DM me up. I'm not gonna put it public.
All right. So that's Noir. You can look up on Telegram Noir. So we got UFC fight this weekend. I'm really excited. NASCAR, of course. I don't know. I've lost my love for NASCAR. I love riding in a car, but I don't know. NASCAR for the last couple years or 3 years, I've lost my love for it, but it will be out there.
Banning the Confederate flags. Apparently, they're up 39%.
Yeah, it was nothing to do with the Confederate flag. I promise you. I stopped watching NASCAR 3 years ago.
No, it's up 39%.
Yeah, but some people feel like it's lost a little bit of its mojo. I think when Jeff Gordon left, I think that really hurt it.
You know what though? That's really sad when you think about it because you go, okay, Michael Jordan left the NBA, so I'm not going to bug and watch anymore. Look at how many great players have been in the NBA since Michael Jordan. Maybe not.
I'm not even a Jeff Gordon fan, to be honest. I'm not. Yes.
But I mean, I knew all those names. I knew all those NASCAR names because my dad liked NASCAR.
Yeah.
But you know what? You gotta stick with it because you know what? There's going to be the next Michael Jordan of NASCAR. You know what I mean? There's going to be somebody who's going to blow your fucking mind.
Bubba Watson.
Bubba
Wallace. All right. So, we miss Earnhardt. I was a Tony Stewart fan. Now I'm a Kyle Busch fan because I love a bad guy. So I lean towards those guys. But I don't know. The way they broke up the segments, they got these 3 segments every race. I'm like,
so they just changed the format of it.
They did. When they changed the format, it just lost me. And because you got segment 1, segment 2, now we got segment 3. I'm like, why? I mean, I don't know. Whatever. That's got something. That's a whole nother thing. We'll talk about NASCAR down the road. But NASCAR itself has lost its mojo for 3 years now.
Hopefully you names. It.
Yeah. I mean, if you get some names, and you need some action. Just action going on in there. It's not a lot going on.
What are you saying? Not enough wipeouts? Not enough going into the wall?
You know what? They talk about NASCAR and they're like, oh, this is turn left, turn left, turn left. You know what? It gets exciting when they turn right because that's when something really happened when they turn right. So, all right. So that's it. That's all for NASCAR school. If you're in the U.S., go to one of these places where they actually let you ride in a car. I wore my T-shirt a few weeks back.
Did you ride in it or did you drive it?
Drove it. I drove it. I drove a car. And there is nothing more exciting than going 160 miles an hour in a race car.
Sideways.
I went in Charlotte Motor Speedway in 160.
Well, and you said the wall is like this. Hey,
oh yeah, and you go into the corner, and it's you don't realize it.
You don't see that
Charlotte's like this, and then you go in, you see it, and you go in, and the car just hooks right in the bottom. It's amazing how those cars stick. And if you go to Bristol is, they call it the cereal bowl of NASCAR because it is nothing but it's almost 90 degrees, not quite, but it's close. See, and you're racing around a cereal
bowl. My
bowl.
grandmother had a little dog, and she ran so fast she could run along the back of the couch.
There you go.
It was amazing.
See?
It was all
perfect example of NASCAR right there. That's Bristol for you, folks.
My grandma's dog.
Your grandma's dog running across the couch, running real fast. She could run up the side of it. That's Bristol.
Exactly.
Right, you still driving that Toyota or that Japanese?
No,
Japanese chain. Yeah.
I got a Japanese car. No, we're not going to go into my car because it blew up. All right. So the sad moment, Lee. That's a tough moment for me, and we don't want to talk about that. All right, so thanks for everybody watching episode 90. We had a great time. We're at 2 hours. We got to roll out here. Thanks again for the guests that showed up, Lee. Thanks for Blue for showing up as always, and thanks for Dr. Inferno and anybody else that has a build, an add-on, something that's new out there. You want to share some information. This show is open for you.
Redneck just wrote Grandma 500.
Is welcome. People are welcome to join the show. So again, because I just want to say streaming matters to us because streaming matters to you, y'all.